Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. This is the tarot reading for people who want to tap into their God-given power of manifestation. It is almost biblical, but if you speak the word, if you feel the word, if you see the word, it can be yours. That's kind of the promise. And people from all over the world are kind of aware of that. It is one of the great survival gifts given to humankind. And yet, from the very beginning, it is minimized. From the time you go to school till college and working and heck, maybe even your relationships, shut up and sit down, shut up and sit down, shut up and sit down. What that does is detaches you from your potentially greatest gift from the cosmos, and that is your deep inner knowing. That voice way down inside that guides you. And when you don't follow it, you pay the price. Sometimes, it doesn't matter much, not a big deal. Sometimes it's monumental. So manifesting is what we're here to do to help you with. That doesn't mean that you're going to flick the magic wand and your life is going to change magically. Life is a marathon. It's not a race. And there are things that all of us, I don't give a damn who you are, how rich you are, how whatever you are, everybody has a lot more to learn in this lifetime than they possibly have time to learn. So we all are a work in progress. Manifesting helps you get there because it makes you a better you. The thought that I'm going to use in this tarot reading today comes from Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, for those who don't know. Very famous man, lived about 2,000-3,000 years ago. And he said, be a free thinker. Don't accept everything that you hear as truth. Be critical and evaluate what you believe in. Many people don't do that. I hear it all the time. You know, we got this great communication thing going on. That's the best term I could come up with. I was kind of stuck for a moment. Because they're selling it to us as communicating. What it really is propagandizing. People are lazy. And as long as they're not hurting, they don't care. So you hear people like sheep. One person says something, it catches on, and the whole group of sheep say the same thing. They don't know where it came from, understand what it is. Just because they said it, I'm going to say it too. And because they said it, then we're going to say it, and everybody's going to say it because we're saying it. Aristotle says, be a free thinker. Be critical. Evaluate what you believe in. And that's what the whole point of this is to get you to tap into that manifesting power and to begin to live your life for you. Not as a narcissist, because a narcissist destroys everybody and everything around them so they can feel better about themselves. No, you are the light in a dark room. And as you shine your light, it allows everybody a chance to shine theirs. So my job is to inspire you, to help you manifest. Let's begin with the card in the middle, Deep Knowing. That's the Oracle card, Deep Knowing. And the number up in the right-hand corner is 43. 4 and 3. 4 is stability. 3 is communication, involvement. So you are digging deep to communicate with your mind, body, spirit and manifest the best you that you possibly can. That means you got to have a good value system. That means, as Aristotle said, you got to be critical. You got to evaluate what you believe in. Be a free thinker. Don't accept everything as true. Just because some silly ass said it doesn't make it true. In fact, more often than not, if you hear it on mass media, it's a lie. And then when you get onto the internet, you got to kind of wend your way through to find out who is really telling you true. That's your job. And that's where the problem lies in the beginning here. We have two cards, 8 of Swords, and next to it, 9 of Swords. You got stinking thinking. In fact, you may not even be thinking at all. That may be the problem. You're just one of those people who repeats, oh, yeah, you know, we got this thing that everybody's saying, so I'm going to say the same thing so I fit in. No. Be a free thinker. Be critical. Evaluate what you believe in. And that may be the job ahead of you over the next month or two. And that may be where the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords comes from. 8 of Swords is self-imprisonment. Your thoughts, ideas. You are not open or have not been open to new ideas, to thinking about something. You call it somebody a conspiracy theorist. Why? Just because everybody else is doing it? How about investigating? Look behind the scenes. Don't go to the big networks. You're going to have to climb on the internet and find the good spots. There are plenty out there. Jimmy Dore, Ben Rogan, a whole bunch of them. Joe Rogan. You look, you investigate. And if you see similar storylines that run counter to what mass media is telling you, that's probably true. But the first step to listening to you, to accessing that deep knowing, open up your mind. And the other thing is, we got the 9 of Swords. When you open up your mind, you give up the nightmares, the despair, the distress. It is all in your head because you are not digging deep enough. Inside, you know what's true. In fact, one of my favorite memes on the internet says that no one who has not vaxxed is sorry about it. And that's absolutely true. And that's what angers the people who blindly went and got the shot. Now there are problems percolating, and there are long-term problems. We're seeing them more and more every day. But the people who said, no, I'm not gonna, it just doesn't feel right. They're listening to their gut. Those people were jumped on. Turns out they were right. That's where you have to go. Aristotle says, be a free thinker. Don't accept everything you hear as truth. Be critical. Evaluate what you believe in. That may mean that you got to make a pact with yourselves. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is partnership, connection. You got to connect with yourself. Again, that's listening to your heart, listening to your gut, listening deeply. At this point, for a lot of people, their inner voice, their inner intelligence has been yelling at them. And because their friends don't agree with it, because their friends are saying the same thing that their friends are saying, and their friends are saying, and their friends are saying, I'm going to say the same thing. When you do that, you don't make yourself freer, more independent, happier, more grateful. You make all of that less. So how do you tackle this thing? Well, you're going to have to do the tower moment. Tower does not have to be disaster. If you fight it, yeah, it can be. The tower moment simply means that you have to get a wake-up call. There's a sudden change, a sudden realization. You start to reach deep. You start to touch your inner intelligence, your spiritual guidance, and there's no turning back. That means all the noise that you've been catching from your friends on the internet and all the other stuff just becomes noise. That's when you have to become a free thinker. Be critical. Evaluate what you believe in. This from Aristotle 3,000 years ago. And it rings just as true now as it did back then. You have been blessed with deep knowing. Listen to you. Get away from the distractions. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested Tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time we do get together, peace and blessings.